Rain tapped softly against the diner windows as the morning rush faded into a slow, tired hum, and inside the small roadside cafe, the smell of coffee and toasted bread mixed with the quiet sighs of people just trying to get through another day. Emily had been on her feet since dawn, her red skirt and white blouse neatly pressed despite the long hours, her smile still warm even though her legs ached. She had learned early in life that kindness didn't cost anything, even when life itself felt expensive. That was when she noticed him, the old man sitting alone in the corner booth by the window. He looked out of place and forgotten, his jacket stained and worn, his gray hair uncombed, his hands trembling slightly as he held a chipped coffee cup. He had been there for nearly an hour, nursing the same cup, staring outside as if watching memories instead of the rain. Most customers avoided eye contact with him, some even whispering judgments under their breath, but Emily felt something tug at her heart. She approached him gently, asking if he needed a refill. The old man looked up, startled, his eyes sharp yet tired, and muttered that he couldn't afford more. Emily smiled and told him not to worry, she'd take care of it. When she brought the fresh coffee and a small sandwich, his eyes widened in disbelief. "I didn't order this," he said. "I know," Emily replied softly. "But you look like you could use it." He hesitated, pride battling hunger, then finally accepted with a quiet thank you that sounded heavier than words should. What Emily didn't know was that the man sitting before her was once known in boardrooms and headlines, a man whose name had moved markets and built cities. His name was Henry Blackwell, a self-made billionaire who had walked away from his empire years ago after betrayal, loss, and a deep exhaustion with a world that valued profit over people. Disguised in old clothes, traveling without security, Henry had been visiting ordinary places, testing a simple question that haunted him: was kindness still real when money was taken out of the equation? As Emily returned to the counter, her manager scolded her for giving away food, reminding her they weren't a charity. Emily apologized, her cheeks burning, but something inside her refused to regret the decision. Henry watched the exchange quietly, noting how she accepted the reprimand without anger, only concern. He finished his coffee slowly, savoring not just the warmth but the feeling of being seen. When Emily came to clear the table, she slipped a few dollars from her own tip jar onto the tray, telling him she had paid for his meal. "You didn't have to," Henry said. "Maybe not," she replied, "but I wanted to." That simple sentence struck him harder than any business deal ever had. He left the diner without another word, leaving Emily wondering if she'd ever see him again. Days passed, and life returned to its routine. Then one morning, a sleek black car pulled up outside the diner, drawing curious stares. A sharply dressed man entered and asked for Emily by name. Confused and nervous, she stepped forward. He handed her an envelope and explained that Henry Blackwell wished to see her. The name meant nothing to Emily, until the man showed her the news article on his phone, the billionaire philanthropist who had vanished years ago. Her heart pounded as she realized the truth. She was driven to a tall glass building downtown, escorted into an elegant office where Henry now sat, clean-shaven, dressed in a tailored suit, yet with the same eyes. He thanked her, not with grand speeches, but with sincerity. He told her that in all his wealth, he had rarely felt genuine kindness without expectation, and her simple act had reminded him why he once dreamed of changing the world. He offered her money, more than she had ever imagined, but Emily shook her head. "I didn't do it for that," she said. Henry smiled, nodding, and instead offered her something else, an opportunity. He wanted to fund her education, help her open the cafe she always dreamed of, and partner with her in a foundation dedicated to small, quiet acts of kindness, meals paid forward, debts forgiven, dignity restored. Emily's eyes filled with tears as she realized how one small choice had rippled into something far greater. The story didn't end with riches falling from the sky, it ended with purpose. Emily continued working at the diner for a while, but now with a new fire in her heart, knowing that kindness had power beyond measure. And Henry, once lost in wealth and loneliness, found himself renewed, walking beside someone who reminded him that humanity was the greatest investment of all. If this story touched your heart and you believe small acts can change lives, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because every story you watch here carries a reminder that kindness still matters, and the next one might inspire you to change someone's world too.